Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time we managed to complete the remaining shrines within the Great Plateau, and in doing so, we got the paraglider from the old man, also known as the King of Hyrule, because yes, he was Hyrule's last king before Calamity Ganon struck war all over Hyrule and pretty much destroyed the majority of its kingdom. So yeah, Hyrule is no longer a kingdom, it's a forgotten kingdom, but luckily throughout its lands still there are people who prosper and can, you know, get by with Calamity Ganon existing. Actually, it's pretty funny because pretty much the world is at the brink of destruction, yet you'll find a lot of people who could care less. It's hilarious, like, the setting that we're in, and like how the majority of the people within Hyrule don't really care about it. But there are some NPCs who will talk to you about Calamity Ganon, and it will give you like a feeling of really immersing yourself in the sense that, you know, the world could end as well. But overall, just finding all the NPCs throughout the world, and yeah, it's really fun, and I can't wait to get into it. But the thing is, the Great Plateau is completely isolated. There is no soul on it besides Link. And well, not really even the old man. The old man was technically a spirit, but yeah, it's regardless. This is pretty empty. It's just we're only gonna find wild here. But once we leave this area, since we do have the paraglider, I will go ahead and start exploring and check out all the people we can find. But what I want to do first is kind of explore the Great Plateau now that I have the paraglider, because I actually really prefer. Let me see if I can get a headshot here. Nice. Okay, so if you get a headshot on animals, you can kill them very easily. And I got a high-tail lizard. Don't run away from me. All right, there we go. And we got some raw meat. So there is one thing specifically that I want to do since I'm here in the Great Plateau and I have the paraglider. It's overall very easy to just get around. I mean, there is a camp over there. Throughout the game, you're going to find a lot of chests, a lot of camps. Don't worry about them. They will respawn, but I'll get into that later. Just in general, you don't have to worry about like getting every single camp every single time you pass by one. If you're looking for items, then yeah, go out of your way to try to do it, but like the whole sense is just to explore and to do what you want. You don't have to feel forced to like take on everything you see. You can leave stuff for another time, come back, or just not have to do it. Like, the camps aren't necessary because none of the items are unique. But as you saw there, I got a Korok seed from one of the Koroks. We're going to need around, I want to say 3 for a specific quest that's up ahead, and I managed to actually get myself 2, I believe, right now. So we just need 1 more, and I'm sure we'll find one along the way before I reach the destination I want to go. But let's see if I can quickly paraglide out of... Okay, I couldn't. The freaking bees hit me. It's fine, though. Get away! Stupid bees. Oh, okay, they want to fight back. Oh, jeez. Okay, they're actually going to fight back if I don't fight them. Ugh. There you go. You could scare them off by... attacking them. But what I really want to do before I leave the Great Plateau, pretty much the main thing on my to-do list, is to check out this rock. Now, like I said, I've seen the demo of this game so many times, so I know the Great Plateau pretty well. Not necessarily where all the Korok seeds are, but don't worry, if I do skip one, I'll come back. But yes, here we have one of the many overworld bosses. It's so cool how you can just come in contact with a boss and be like, okay, well, here we go. So there are many ways to kill this thing. Now, if you don't have the paraglider, I guess I'll show a pretty easy way in doing so. Hit him in his... the thing on the top. Yeah, there's the ore. And then... oh, wrong item. Oh, wait. Can I switch? There you go. I want to mine it off. Yes, as you can see, it does crazy damage if you have the sledgehammer because you're technically mining the dude. The dude's a rock, as you can tell, a giant freaking stone, and we managed to kill it very easily. This, I want to say, is like an exploit into killing the boss. Well, not an exploit, because the game intends for you to do that, but it's the best tip in killing the boss. Like, if you try using a sword, try and use even... anything, it's gonna take forever. You need to use a sledgehammer or anything that you use to mine ore, because you're pretty much not necessarily trying to inflict damage. You're literally mining his head pretty much, and yeah, that kills him immediately. If you use like a sword that's supposed to do tons of damage on normal enemies, it won't do a lot of damage on him because it's a rock. So yeah, overall, really cool. We managed to kill it. We got a bunch of ore. I can actually sell a lot of it for pretty good money, and I kind of want to do that, to be honest with you guys. But there's one last thing I want to check out. I mean, we will come back to the Great Plateau. Don't worry, you can return to every single area you visit. The world is so open world, so don't worry. Anything we see, we can come back to at any given moment. We can do whatever, except for one specific thing, but I'm not going to get into that until we reach it because I don't really want to spoil it. So yeah, but I did teleport because off screen in between the last video and this video, I actually downloaded the DLC, which is the expansion pass, and in it, it said you get a Nintendo Switch shirt. You also get a couple other loot, like as you can see, there's a new chest that appeared here. So if you do have the DLC, you'll be able to get this EX stuff. There are 3 in total, but I don't see, that's the thing, that one of them is a ruby. I don't really care for the ore. I mean, we could sell it for like a couple hundred, but that's not necessarily what I needed. So let's go ahead and now teleport over here because I believe this is where another one of the chests appear. This is pretty much for when you download the DLC, since the DLC doesn't come out in like a couple months, and then even more DLC for this game comes out later within the year. The point is, like, you know, just as a thank you for downloading it, I believe Nintendo gives you 3 free chests that's supposed to, quote unquote, help you throughout, you know, early within the game. And yeah, one of the chests, though, does not help you. One of the chests are so useless, but I need to show it. I have to show it before we continue on within, yeah, this video. So here it is. Here's a chest. Let's just go ahead and check it out. All right, let's open it, and yeah, a Nintendo Switch shirt. Now, I am playing it on the Nintendo Switch, so it works, but it's, what the heck? It, like, breaks the fourth wall, and, yeah, it doesn't fit. Link has a red T-shirt with the Nintendo Switch logo. Something like any of us would wear. Why is Link wearing it, you know? Doesn't make any sense. He's like a Nintendo fanboy now. I find it hilarious, but at the same time, I find it weird because it really does feel like it breaks the fourth wall in a sense. But, okay, so what we want to do, as the old man has told us, is make our way to here. We must seek out Impa over in Kakariko Village, as he said. So I guess that's what we need to do right now. So let's go ahead and get started by getting off the Great Plateau. Now, wherever you jump off, because you can actually jump off pretty much into every single area from the Great Plateau, because it's literally in the center of Hyrule, so you have access to most of the areas. I highly suggest just going straight to where Impa is, kind of ignore everything else, because even though you can do whatever you want right now, and you can go anywhere, and you can completely ignore Impa and just progress with the game, which is really cool, but it's, I don't know, it's not really worth it. Well, you can't really progress with, like, the story, because to progress with the story, you have to speak to Impa. But what I mean by, like, progress through the game is, like, take on shrines, you know, find new areas, and just overall open up the world to make it easier for you to come back to. But I'm kind of curious, is this, Guardian? No, okay, I think they're all deactivated. But yes, guys, this is it. This is Hyrule Kingdom, beyond the Great Plateau. And here we are in the Outpost Ruins. Our goal is to pretty much just make our way straight to Impa. There is, I believe, a lot of things we could do, and a lot of things I kind of just skipped over, but we're just gonna put it aside for now because, yeah, the main objective right now is just to make it to Impa, and then I'll start, you know, heading around and doing whatever else. But let's see, I could maybe, wow, I have a lot of good weapons, I believe. I don't need any of the clubs, though. The clubs aren't good. I'd rather have even a rusty broadsword, which breaks much quicker than a normal broadsword, but I don't know, I'm a fan of the sword. Oh, geez, are these moblins messing around with me right now? Okay, there might be. There might have been. And also, there's a giant one over there. Let's be careful. Actually, I really want to check this sign here so I can see where I'm going. So, yeah, Dueling Peaks and to Hestu Village, which pretty much the Dueling Peaks will take us to Kakariko Village, and then the other side will take us to the other village. So, there are 2 villages that we can visit very easily, and they are pretty nearby, but like I said, our goal right now is to make our way to Kakariko first before I really start exploring. But yeah, there's a lot of enemies, and I was hoping I'd find a horse in the wild that I can tame, but I'm not seeing any. There is a shrine, though, that I can easily head to, which I'm going to go ahead and do just that. Yeah, you can skip out on the shrines. I believe once we activate this shrine here, and maybe taken on, we'll be able to get our shrine sensor, which is pretty much going to sense if a shrine is nearby. And I like how you can see the enemies running at me there, but luckily it froze in time, and now we can enter one of the many shrines. Yeah, over 100 shrines in the game, and a lot of them are pretty tricky, but the majority of them, at least very early on within the game, should be very straightforward. So let's go ahead and walk into this. This is the wind guides you, so it won't be that hard because you just need the wind to take you from one area to another, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, use your paraglider to do this. Now I'm actually going to actually unequip my Nintendo Switch shirt. It's cool and all, but no, I don't really want to use it. I just want to show it off because I just find it freaking hilarious how it even exists within the game. It just seems so out of place that it shouldn't be within the game. But okay, let's go ahead and make the final jump, and I'm pretty much, yeah, we are pretty much done with the trial itself. But there's one more thing I want to do now. You need to make a running jump. You need to make a running start to get this. And then, yeah, you'll be able to reach this chest, which has a soldier's claymore. Way better than a traveler's, because it's for a soldier. So, you know, let's just get rid of... this is a tough one. I guess the rusty broadsword. It's the weakest link. So now it's time to get rid of it and replace it with the soldier's claymore. Yeah, I actually really like this item. The claymores last quite a bit, and I'd say my favorite thing about it is just when you have the scabbard. It kind of reminds me of the Begoron sword, as you can see. The Begoron sword was like, I just really like dual-handed weapons, you know, the heavy weapons that you use to pretty much knock enemies very far away. I find it hilarious, and overall, it's been like my thing within games. Like, if a game allows you to customize your character and have your own weapon set and build, I'm usually the two-handed, like, bruiser type build. That's usually what I go for, so that's something I'd want Link to do. But is it me, or is this she's sitting very awkwardly, like just, you know, upset or something with her hand on her head? Like, what is this? This monk looks so uninterested. Like, what, it took you this long, dude? Come on. Really, Link? Took you this long to freaking solve a shrine? Well, I was asleep for 100 years, so my bad. I'm sorry that your body's, yeah, it looks pretty dead, but may the goddess smile upon you. Thanks. Every time it has like that eerie music at the end and I see like the monk's body all withered and just dead, it gives me like this bottom of the well vibe from Ocarina of Time, like especially that sound effect that plays at the end of completing a Sheikah shrine right before the monk disappears into nothingness. But with that, we managed to complete a shrine, so not bad. That was actually pretty quick. It didn't really take us too long. I mean, it took us like a couple seconds. I know I did say, oh, the first 4 shrines are not really puzzles, it's just getting around. So, well, okay, some of them are also like that, but not most of them. Like, I'm pretty sure the next shrine we'll find will actually be a little challenging, but yeah, just it makes sense for the earlier ones just to kind of introduce you to the game and for you to get used to it. But let's go ahead and speak to this guy. So the end is here. This guy actually, you know, is worried about what's going on, unlike the many other NPCs that we'll be seeing that could give a crap about Calamity Ganon and the Guardians and pretty much how Hyrule would end, you know, at any given moment if Calamity Ganon were to break free. But I may be somewhat used to seeing bad omens by now, but that, well, let's just say it's badder than most. We're doomed. I mean, don't panic. Sorry. Who are you? Have we met? No, we haven't. I mean, you're like the first person I talked to since leaving the Great Plateau. So yes, this is my first human in 100 years that I got to speak. I guess the old man counted, but he's not dead, this guy. So it's even better. My first alive human in 100 years. It feels great. But this guy is not the happiest one out there because, yeah, I'm not talking about the mushrooms here. I'm talking about those towers. Yeah, the towers popped out of nowhere, and that is when Link resurrected the first tower, which was the Great Plateau Tower. All of the towers arose, and then these started glowing all of a sudden. As you can see, it's glowing blue because we completed it So that's nice. But with all the craziness happening, I've been keeping an eye on that thing. Just to see if it suddenly starts moving, you know? What thing? I'm talking about the Guardian, of course. Have you heard of the old stories? See that thing over there? That one, like an overturned urn? That is what I'm talking about. Do you know some of them can move? Well, I'm aware of that, but we haven't seen any yet, I believe. But this one here, no, this one is different. Well, we've seen ones that attacked us, but literally ones that can't move. This one is completely destroyed. So, yeah. But the closer you get to Hyrule Castle, the more you will find pretty activated guardians. So don't risk it. I'm sure a lot of you guys may know about the whole trying to head to Hyrule Castle because the game is so open world. It gives you the option to try to make your way to the Calamity itself. But as you make your way there, you will come across a couple not so good things. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and ignore these guardians. I mean, I could maybe check and see. Yeah, okay, we can always search them, and you can get yourself some ancient screws or ancient things that drop from them. These are the same drops that come from normal guardians, like the smaller ones that we find. I mean, I want to say these are the more iconic guardians, but the ones that we find in the shrines, the very small ones, when we kill them, they also drop very similar things. And we went ahead and killed a animal for some raw meat. Pretty much any animal you kill will give you raw meat or different types of meat. Regardless, you're going to most likely get meat, but yeah, we can use it to cook. Never eat the raw meat raw. Can you actually even attempt? Yeah, you can. Don't do that though. It's so not worth eating any food raw, just because you get nothing out. I mean, you get so little out of it when you can get so much more. Okay, so I believe it appeared, yeah, in front of me. So we're going to keep chasing this little flower, which, if you couldn't tell, is leading to a Korok. Pretty much all of these do that. So every time we find flowers, there's so many, like, little mini games the Koroks do to give it to you. So you can find them under rocks. You can chase them like this, where sometimes you'll have to glide from one area to another, or like even shoot things with your bow and solve a puzzle or something. The Koroks like to mess around with you. But there we go. We got ourselves another seed. I actually have enough for what I wanted. Pretty much a side quest that will be right up ahead. We might head to it very soon, but I first want to check and continue heading, I guess, this way, because yeah, this may seem confusing. It's like there's no map. Like, what am I supposed to do? How do I get around? Well, luckily there's a tower here, and once we activate this tower, because it's glowing orange, it should be glowing blue, similar to the tower we activated. I can't even see it because the Great Plateau is so far now, but yeah, the tower we first activated, they glow blue. Pretty much you're trying to change all the orange into blue or the red. It's like pretty much red versus, or blue versus red, I feel like. The Sheikah is the good, that's blue. The red and orange are the bad that you must get rid of. But okay, I don't even know what I was doing. I was trying to take out this, because if you hit it, okay, well, we can't move it. So, luckily, we can use our stasis, and then let's do 1, 2, and then break it. Bam! Okay, well, never mind. Maybe we should have only did 1. That was way too, yeah, way too strong. I guess I overshot it. Okay. 1, 2, and then, you know what? Ah, crap. You know what? This might work. That's even worse. It's going much further. So as you can see, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get it into this hole. And that's it. That's all I really want to do. So let me just try this. Alright. So apparently when you have it into stasis, even hitting it once is much stronger than hitting it outside of stasis. So you want to always pause it like that. And there you go. So we got it into the hole. Yay. I managed to put a giant boulder in a hole. And with that, another freaking Korok seed. So random how you get them. But alright, let's go ahead and make our way to another area. Actually, hey, not bad. I believe I do have some fire arrows on me. Fire arrows very helpful for this. Haha, yes! Die, all of you! Except that last guy. Okay. I don't really want to fight you, but Oh, he's gonna hit me. Whoa, you did too much damage, dude. That is way too much damage. How did that even? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna kill you. Whoa. Okay. And bam. Die. Don't even mess with me anymore. Jeez, I did not expect to get hit. This is what I mean by, yeah, don't get hit by enemies, especially if you're, you know, it was just a Bakublin, but still, yeah, they can definitely catch you off guard like that. Luckily, I have this, which actually, no, perfect. Give me, okay, no, don't give me that. This is really annoying because I have too many items, but don't worry, I will fix that soon. What I want to do right now is, oh, okay, it's already lit. Never mind. I wanted to go ahead and, ooh, a soldier's broadsword. I could actually use that more. But I wanted to go ahead and cook some food because I'm really low on HP and I could definitely use that. So let's start cooking pretty much everything we have. Any food you have, cook it together. It doesn't really matter what kind of mix you make. You can always make something decent. Just never cook any animal, like, stuff, or not animal, usually only cook animal or plants or like anything actually edible. But if you do like a key swing or even like a lizard, it won't work. Those are used for other things, like not food, but you'll see later on. Let's go ahead and throw a raw meat into the mix and see if it makes something with steak. Okay, yeah, spicy pepper steak. This will give us some cool resistance as well because we have a lot of peppers and I'm using the majority of them. You can go ahead and just pretty much cook all of this. We can also skip this. I like watching it because Link like hums and he just looks so interested in what he's doing. It's hilarious. But okay, I'm gonna keep cooking, yeah, literally everything I have because you can also sell your food for really good cash. And I actually use my my food mainly for selling it rather than eating it. Like, I don't really care about eating my food. I mean, I'll make a meal or two, like this one. I'll eat this one because it will give me 3 hearts, but I'll save everything else I have that I just cooked, and I'm most likely gonna sell it. You're gonna see you can make really good money from food, and money in general is very crucial because if you slash grass, you're not gonna find any. You could maybe find one under a rock, but it's very, very unlikely. Like, just rupees don't randomly spawn throughout the game, and that's the difference in this game. It's just money means something, and it's awesome that it means something because there are things that you actually want to buy, like really cool items and clothing and just overall stuff that makes the rupees worth it, unlike in previous games within the series that let's be honest, like, the rupees aren't worth it whatsoever in the majority of Zelda games. Once you do a certain amount of side quests and get a certain amount of things, then you're done. But in this game, there's a lot of things to buy with rupees, which is awesome, and it just overall makes for a reason to grind a whole lot more. Now I'm going to show off what happens if you use a fire arrow on an enemy. It automatically cooks their food, which is hilarious. And yeah, so we got seared steak. Okay, thank God I wasn't burning. That wouldn't have been good. But hey, look at this, another one of the Koroks. So let's just go ahead and follow it and see where it leads. So yeah, it's just kind of going all over the place. Okay, well now it's too far. Don't try swimming. Like I said, swimming in this game, not the best. You don't really want to ever risk it. No, Link, why'd you do that? Okay, this is what I mean. It's just very hard to swim and use too much stamina. Luckily we managed to do it though. I don't like how Link attempts to dive. No! Swim back up. Okay. When Link, yeah, Link attempts to dive when he jumps from this, and I don't want that because I want to glide instead. But there we go. And another Korok. So, hey, you found me! Another seed. We have 5 now. Okay, so in general, like I said, you only need 3 because you're not going to be able to use any more Korok seeds once you use the first 3 for quite a bit within the game until you reach a certain point. And this will all make sense, hopefully, later within this video. I just need to continue making my way to Kakariko. But before I do that, I would really like to have this tower activated. You know, we could use the tower, guys. It will actually give us the map of this whole area. And to me, that's pretty necessary. I mean, it's really hard to like see where you're going, do anything without a map, and overall it bugs me. Like when I first played the game on the Wii U, because I got the game a bit early, so I was able to play it and actually beat it, discover the majority of the areas. I didn't explore the areas. Like, I actually barely explored most of the areas within this game, even in my personal playthrough. I just managed to beat the game and discover every single area. But in terms of like actually exploring it, I haven't really explored all of Hyrule. It's gonna take way too long, but we're gonna be doing it together in this Let's Play. So I'm excited to see how long it takes, and just, yeah, like where we'll be at, you know, hopefully soon, because this game is just so massive, but it's so fun. Like, I'm excited. I love exploring and doing whatever throughout the lands of Hyrule. Like, this game is just, it's too good, in my opinion. This is hands down my favorite game, and I know it sounds like I'm really praising it, but honestly, this is all I wanted. I wanted to immerse myself in a world of Hyrule and explore and just have fun. This is the game I've been looking for. I'm a fan of like fantasy style games, and this one just feels so open world, and with The Legend of Zelda being my favorite franchise, so I really like everything Zelda related. Yeah, it's more than I can ask for, pretty much. So I just really enjoyed this game. But okay, we managed to fill up this, and now the path to the Sheikah should be a lot easier. Not necessarily to the Sheikah, but to Impa specifically. But I mean, we should be aware that Impa is going to be a Sheikah, and also with the fact that it's called Kakariko Village. If you know about the Zelda lore, yeah, it will all start to make sense. But we'll figure out more once we do make it. I guess after activating the first shrine within, or the first tower within the beyond the Great Plateau, you actually get the sensor indicator for your shrines, which I mentioned, and these are really helpful because any shrine that's near, it's going to constantly beep telling you to go to it, which to me I think is pretty helpful. I actually really like it for what it is, but it can get annoying at times if you're purposely trying to avoid like a shrine. And for me right now, I'm gonna not really focus on the shrines. I'm just gonna try to make my way through the Dueling Peaks, which is over here, and we just need to follow this path all the way up into Impa, which will be Kakariko Village. It looks like a long path, but it shouldn't take us too long. I was really hoping I would have found a horse along the way, but I didn't really look in like the center of Hyrule where the castle is. You can find a lot of like not near the castle itself, but around that area you can find a lot of horses just chilling, and usually it's better to collect one as soon as you can, or just to try to tame one, because the traveling in this game takes so long, so you're going to need it regardless. Like, yeah, me traveling like this isn't the most convenient way. Like, on foot takes a very long time. I actually knew a friend who also got the game early, and he never tamed a horse, but he almost beat the game, and I was so surprised. I was like, how did you commit that much? But this guy, real salty. I smell rock salt in me, I tell you. They go well together. So yeah, here he is giving you a tip, as well as he'll sell you stuff and buy from... Actually, he'll buy from me stuff. Let's see how much you're willing to spend on some of the stuff I just cooked up. What do you say about this? Okay, 60, 50. Decent rupees for this. Don't worry, you can sell for much more. It's not just 50 rupees, you know, a cook, like for each meal. It goes much higher later on. Actually, hopefully soon we'll find some more food that we can sell for up to 100, 200, even 300 rupees if you decide to hunt well enough and look for pretty much anything you find within the wilderness. It's very, very helpful just to constantly look for resources. And it reminds me of Monster Hunter in a way, because Monster Hunter also kind of similar ordeal with collecting stuff and then cooking stuff. Yeah, to me, I just find it very similar. And I enjoy it so much for what it is. Like, as a concept, I like doing that kind of thing, like having to cook or collect and just, yeah, I'm a fan of like RPG style things. And this game is very similar to games like Skyrim or any Elder Scrolls game, or like any open world RPG, but I want to say this one does it best because there's little to no hand holding. I guess kind of in the story there is. And hey, look, horses! Sweet! Okay, but luckily we managed to find a horse stable, which is actually perfect timing, because where you find a horse, you're going to want to put a saddle on it and officially tame it. And in doing so, you must first head to one of the horse stables throughout the world of Hyrule, and actually register the horse itself. So we're going to do that once we get ourselves a horse. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it plays Epona's song, like a different rendition of it. It sounds so nice. I really like it, though it can get a little repetitive because there's a lot of horse stables within the game, and everyone plays the exact same song, and you're always going to be hearing that Epona song. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that, yeah, you'll notice that this music will get pretty common within the game. Even though, like, the first time I heard it, I was freaking out. Like, oh my god, this is the best ever! And then, yeah, it got a little old. But I still enjoy it, don't get me wrong. I love all Zelda music. I love music as a whole. Come on, dude, why'd you... Yeah, like, music is a huge part in games, in my opinion. Like, it needs good music. This game, even though barely any music is playing, when it does play, it fits. It kind of reminds me of, and I hate to mention this game because I feel like I grew out of it, but I did play it a lot growing up, and that is Minecraft. Like, Minecraft had very minimal music, and... Okay, wait, okay, this guy's... I knew the green horse would have been way out of my league. So, some of the horses require to sue them, and in doing so, you have to have a good amount of stamina. So, I have a feeling either upgrading it or getting, like, a potion that will give you more stamina, but I myself don't really care. I just want a horse, so... Okay, come on. And good. Sweet. This one, there was no work in taming it. We just mount it and we're good. But you have to approach the horse very slowly before trying to mount it. Because if you do try to mount it when it's aware of you, it will just kick you. It's freaking hilarious. Like, yeah, you gotta catch it by surprise. But now that we actually have some rupees from selling some food, which I highly advise on doing, it's just so helpful. And I feel like throughout my, like... time with the game, that's the easiest way to get money in a way that won't take away from your minerals or anything else that's like more valuable than just random food you find within the wilderness, because that's endless. You can constantly find food. In terms of like ore or minerals or anything like that, you don't really find them as much. But okay, so he's gonna go ahead and explain about the wild horses, catching them. We can have up to 5 horses, catching horses. I don't mean to actually go through the dialogue here. I want to skip it because this is so not worth going through. But okay, new horse. We got ourselves our first horse. And pretty happy with it. It costs 20 rupees though to actually register the horse, and you actually get to put a name on it. So honestly, I think it'd be cool to have you guys maybe name my horse or something, but we can't really do that now, at least for the first horse. So we're just gonna call it we're gonna call it horse. I mean, I would normally come up with a cool name or something, but I'm not. We're just gonna call this one horse. It's not even that good of a horse regardless, so there's no point. Could have maybe called it Spots, like be very generic, like, oh, there's a spots on it, call it Spots. I feel like, you know, that's what I would have done if I didn't want to just call it horse. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and now ignore that. And hey, look at this person. I'm assuming they're standing at this shrine. Ah, this is life. Okay, they're not. Good evening. Don't you see a lot of travelers passing through here? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, actually. There hasn't really been that many. But there are in this game. Like I said, this game just feels so alive with the people who move around and stuff. And I know all about the elixirs. She's going to tell you how to make them. But, yeah, like I said, I know how to do them. But I'm not going to get into making elixirs yet. You pretty much use a bug, and then you want to use a lot of monster parts. And the specific bug you use and the specific monster parts you use will create the potion that you make. And to make them, it's literally just on top of the stove that we cook over. That's how you make elixir. You don't need to like go in a lab or anything. Cause that's what I thought at first. I'm like, okay, you know, the elixir must be in a different area, but it's not. You just literally cook it. But okay, go ahead and head in here, and yeah, another shrine to take on. Now you have to glide to it to actually reach it, just because there's spikes surrounding it. And you may say, okay, then how do I get off? This sucks. Don't worry, if you manage to complete the shrine, then you can leave. That's pretty much like the offer they give you. Not really. You can manage to jump off of it or teleport somewhere else or something, but the shrine is so easy that it's just worth to quickly knock out. Personally, I'm not going to focus on completing every single shrine I come across. I'll try right now since these shrines are very easy, but if I'm going to focus on like doing an open world like exploration or a certain objective, we'll hold off shrines for like a different video. I just feel like I don't want to have shrines always in the mix of episodes because I feel like these are a lot more stale and they overall they take a lot longer and slow me down in terms of like game progression. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna do the shrines and we're gonna cover all of them regardless, but I want to do it in like a specific order. Okay, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. Come on. I hate how I accidentally do so bad. I like press in the analog stick so Link automatically crouches. This is because this controller is really small. I'm still using the freaking dog head of a Joy-Con. It just reminds me of like a little puppy head because it has like the puppy ears and stuff. I feel like, you know, a lot of people made that reference as well in terms of like how the freaking Joy-Con looks. But okay, so to do this, you must, let's see, maybe this will do it. Okay. Why did I do that? That's horrible. You want to go ahead and place it here to deny it. What? Oh, that was a little too late. Okay. Let's break this. Do that. Uh-oh, that's me giving it freaking space to do. There we go. Okay. This should do it all in one go, I believe so. And we're going to figure out right now. So, what the heck? It's not close enough then. I have to, like, make sure this doesn't. Nice! Or not. I kicked it off. Okay, it should be good now, though. So, let's watch it. So, once the ball hits this, there we go. It catches on. Are you serious? Alright. And then hit it. Are you kidding me? I'm pretty sure this is how you do it. It's just for some reason I can't manage. There we go. This should do it. Please. There we go. Now it has momentum. It will hit that. And we're done. Yeah, the physics sometimes, you know, I'm not too accurate with it. But I managed to get it done. And now we have completed. I love the music that plays within these shrines. We'll play in every single shrine. And it may get repetitive, but for me, I don't know. It's just, it sounds so good. But I think I just like all the music within this game. I think I just, yeah. Zelda music as a whole, it has like a certain charm to it. And they all of the soundtrack usually sound really nice. But, another shrine down. Let's go ahead and just quickly skip whatever she says and get ourselves another spirit orb. So, 2 more to go and we can get ourselves either a heart container or a stamina gauge upgrade thing. Like I said, every 4 will net you one of the 2, and you just need to find the goddess statues to pray upon and trade them for it. It's so useful, so helpful. Personally, it gives an incentive to really want to go out of your way and do the shrines because you get HP. It's not just like some cool treasure. It's very crucial treasure. It's your actual life. And replacing that instead of getting like pieces of heart throughout the world, I think is so much better. Because this world is too massive. It would take way too long to truly look for heart pieces throughout this world. And that's what's awesome. So like all the chests you find throughout this world are usually non-unique items. Like stuff that you can find anywhere. So it's not that important to pick up. So you're never going to have a scenario where like, okay, I got to look all throughout Hyrule to look for like a certain item or a couple heart pieces. But then again, there are the Korok seeds, so you're going to have to do that regardless, because those guys do require searching all throughout Hyrule, so never mind. But the Korok seeds aren't as important as pieces of heart. Like, pieces of heart are, in my opinion, way too crucial to have search all throughout Hyrule. It would just take way too long, so it's a good thing we can just have the shrines be the case. But, alright, so I guess we're good. We can go ahead and make our way to the next area. We got the shrine done, and we have our horse ready, so all we need to do is just follow this pathway and head straight to Kakariko Village, where we'll hopefully find Impa. And yeah, here you can see travelers. You're always going to find travelers and just NPCs moving alongside the horse stables and near pathways like this, like where you'll find a sign telling you where to go. You'll always find people usually heading from one area to another, but here's where the 2 villages, there's a fork in the road, and it leads to 2 specific villages, and we're going to be heading to Kakariko first. Don't worry, though, because we're going to be heading to the next village soon. Just not now. For now, we need to check out what's going on in Kakariko. But, yeah, here we are in Kakariko Bridge. See, it's like, I don't know why, but, like, when I see, like, areas like this, it reminds me of, like, Elden Bridge in a sense. But, like, seeing it come to life in this game, it feels so much more real. Because in every Zelda game, there are so many landmarks, iconic landmarks, you know, based off of certain things like Kakariko. It's made its way in many games. But, I don't know, just like the way they built it around it in this game feels so much more real than any other game. It's really hard to explain, like, the vibe I get from this. But, yeah, it's like, it's a feeling I get from no other Zelda game. It's really hard to explain. I just really like it, though. But, hey, look, the horse music was actually playing. I didn't want it to play right now because I had to get off. It would have been nice if it was playing earlier. But if you're on the horse for a bit, sometimes, like, yeah, a certain type of song will play, which is nice. So, anyways, you can see me just like all the other Koroks. We can see this one, but this is Hestu, which pretty much every Korok has told us if we find this guy to give him the seeds that we've been getting. So yes, I can see you. So I haven't been seen in 100 years. I'm Hestu, I need your help. Okay, so those monsters, they stole my beloved maracas. What? Okay. So, I think they're still on the other side of those rocks. So I guess we gotta head there. I can't use my powers without them. So please get back my maracas for... Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do that so he can have his powers. Hopefully help us. So, yeah, the priceless maracas. I don't know why the enemies even stole it. Like my question is, why did the enemies have it? Like, what did they need? And why do you want it back so bad? You know, I'm not gonna question why he wants it back. It's just why the enemies have it. That's the real question. But yeah, there are enemies down here. I believe they do hurt quite a bit, so I'm gonna need to be a little careful with how I do this. Actually, we could maybe, like, you know, set this, you know, a spark off like this. All right, not bad. Now the battle begins. Hey, buddy. Okay, back up. Don't get hit by these guys. I bet they can, like, kill me in a hit or something. Oh, geez. He knows how to climb, too? This is not good. And back up. Okay, never mind. I got hit, which is not good because now I'm in the middle of everything. Okay, let's go ahead and run back up because, yeah, I don't want these guys to actually hit me. I'd rather keep my distance, honestly, because they hurt. It's funny because enemies actually hurt in this game. Unlike every other Zelda game. Usually you just go in without thinking on enemies and just try to fight. But in this game, you need to use, you know, some... Okay, you know what? Yeah, you need to use your brain. You can't just go in willy-nilly. I'm going to see if this works. Okay, never mind. No, it didn't. Run. There we go. Or not. I got hit. Let's not die, though. Let's not die. Let's not freaking die. I can't believe I'm actually getting hurt this badly. Alright. Let's go ahead and head back up. I'm gonna kill these guys regardless. I'm not leaving until they're dead. I will take as much time as it takes to kill them. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna burn you all to the crisp. There we go. And... Okay. Now, wait. That does, like, no damage. I don't know why. And we're done. Oh, shoot. Okay. That is not good. Let's eat some spicy peppers and not get hit by this because, yeah, they'll hit me as well. Okay. There we go. One more guy. And I'm pretty sure we have it because we also have a spear, but he's really trying to get me back. Okay. Wait. All right, back up. And then ice bow. Oh! I'm not gonna die. I don't care. I don't care how much I have to, you know, suck. I don't want to risk dying, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna play recklessly. Because I know you guys want to see me die. I know that. My goal is not to die in this playthrough. I don't think I'll actually do that. Because this game, like, in every Zelda Let's Play I've done that was 100%, I've never truly died, I don't think. But this game is a lot different. Like, expect to die and don't feel bad if you die at all. because enemies can literally just kill you within one hit, but you learn from it, and you just have to overall be patient. Kind of like what I did, though I did use a lot of my resources, like the arrows, which I didn't want to do, but it's fine. You know, at least I got this done. So those are my maracas. Please give them to me. Okay, here. And just like that, he has them. So Shalaka. But wait, there is something wrong with my maracas. The seeds are gone, so yeah, they don't even shake. How am I supposed to dance now? If I had one maraca seed, I could sing, dance, and use my powers to help. Really? Well, I happen to have some. I see. I have the power of inventory expansion. So let me know if you find some Korok seeds. Well, let's go ahead and speak to him. So the children of the forest must have taken the Korok seeds. Okay, so anyways, I believe, do you have a Korok seed? Yes, he'll ask, and we can easily offer one. We actually have 5, but like I said, you only need 3, and even if you have more than 3, you will not be able to do much else. So there we go. We can either pick, because yeah, the whole power of inventory essentially means that this Korok, within the seeds we give him, we can upgrade our inventory, whether having more weapons, having more bows, or having more shields to store within our inventory. Really useful, and it makes sense for why the Korok seeds are in this game. Like, there were so many, and I was like, what are the point of them? And now it makes sense, and why there, so many, because they're gonna double, it's gonna increase over time, every Korok seed you collect. It's not gonna be one every time, because if it was one, I'd have 5 new inventory slots, and there are a lot of Korok seeds in this game, so yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's going to increase right now, so he's gonna want 2 Korok seeds here. I'm going to do weapon expansion again, so another weapon stash. As you saw, costs 2 this time, so oh yeah! Shaky, shaka, okay. And we can watch this again, or you can skip it. I'm going to watch it, why not? Oh yeah! How cool was that? And there we go, we have 2 rows. I like it. I prefer, melee weapons are my thing, and you know, the more the merrier, because a lot breaks, so yeah. Everything breaks, and he's gonna go to his grandpa. Sorry, but I have to go. But I need Korok seeds, so bring me some to Korok Forest if you find any. So yeah, pretty much we're done with the side quest. But if you do have more Korok seeds and want to upgrade, thanks for bringing me my maracas back. But once I see you off, I'm going back home to Korok Forest. Want to talk, and we can learn a little bit more. But we want to find this guy in Korok Forest after giving him these couple, like his maracas and 3 seeds. That pretty much completes the side quest. I think we can check it out in our adventure log. So here's the main quest and side quest. As you can see, the priceless maracas have been complete. So this is really easy to like see what quests you have if you forgot, like from speaking to an NPC, what you need to do or anything. Like overall, I just really like the fact that we do have a quest log and we can easily check. But okay. You can also do that if you jump off a horse and immediately start attacking. You're able to, slow down time. It's really cool. We're actually going to learn an even better way to do so, and I believe soon, like right up ahead. But let's go ahead and start making it. So we are very close, actually. This is literally the final stretch to Kakariko Village. Took us quite a bit, but it was really fun. Honestly, having the fact that we have to go from one area to another and explore the open world of Hyrule is so fun to me. Like, this is definitely, like, my favorite part of the game. Don't get me wrong, I love the dungeons, I love the shrines, but to me, the best part is just taking Hyrule in and going from one place to another, discovering stuff. It's just so fun. And as you can see, look at the Sheikah eye symbol. Yes, look at the Sheikah eye there. You can tell that this is Kakariko Village. Yeah, Kakariko Village has always been known as a village that has been owned by the Sheikah, and in this game they really emphasize it. I mean, like the whole game is about the Sheikah essentially, but they kind of go all out with this town, and it's really nice. And it's a huge town, as you can see. Lots to do, lots to check out. But let's go ahead and talk to this. So this is Nana. Let me see here. Okay, hi. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Like what, sitting down? Say, traveler, where did you get that object hanging from your waist? Well, you see, I'm a hero who died and been asleep for 100 years. This may sound hard to believe, but it's true. Yes, okay, you took it. Really? Okay, whatever. the Shiki say the symbol that means that you're the hero of like, wow, she really ate up that story. Okay. Though there are a few who know of such legends anymore, but we the Sheikah have been waiting for you for a very long time. Please, before all else, I must insist you meet Lady Impa, okay? Okay, will do. In any case, it's a real honor. Now, you may ask where she is, but, I mean, it's on the map. So, yeah. It's really, I mean, it would have been funny if I, like, where is she? And she's like, literally, I mean, I think she would have just pointed out in the house, like, the main house that is guarded by actual guards you can see. Really cool, but let's do one more thing before we conclude this episode, because next time we're going to speak to Impa and explore Kakariko, but I want to actually first activate the shrine so we have access to it, and then take it on real quickly. So let's go ahead and do it, because this is a really well-worth shrine to teach us a couple things that the game didn't teach you yet. Alright, so here we are. So it's not going to be a puzzle whatsoever. This here is a shrine to test our skill and teach us something. So this here is, yeah, the monk will teach us her knowledge pretty much. And this is the... it's a shrine of teaching, pretty much. So we're going to learn in the shrine. There are some shrines like this that teach you pretty useful stuff. It's cool because you still get a spirit orb at the end, but it doesn't even feel like you did anything. It's just like, oh, okay, I kind of went through some pretty helpful tips and got some cool items. And actually, this is a really cool item. Heck yeah, I really want this. Oh, man. I just realized, like, once we start customizing Link, the game gets really fun. And I just realized I had the Traveler Shield too, which is like the iconic shield Link has within the promotional art for this game. Guess I could use it, but I actually want to... I'd rather... let's just use this. Okay. I'd prefer it. But okay. So, there's really nothing in this trial besides this. A battle between a guardian. Now, it may seem weird, but all we need to do is side hop. You can't actually kill this guardian. You need to follow the instructions the game gives you. This is an actual tutorial within the game to teach you how to use the game's combat. So, I don't know why I paused, actually. I want to make sure I had the correct weapon out, but I don't even need a pause for that. So, go ahead and wait for this enemy to attack, and then jump, and here we can do the Fury Rush. Yeah, and attack very quickly. Such a cool move, though you won't find yourself using this too much on many enemies, since you'll be able to kill them a lot easier. Though for enemies that really require a ton of hit, like the Bakublins I was taking on earlier, I could have done this attack, but sadly, I didn't. Okay, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and... there you go. Jump in midair and... eat my blade! Yeah! It's such like a cool attack. It's so bizarre. Alright, so you can repel if you parry as well. And I really like this attack. Never really use it. Very common ability in like the Souls series that I loved using. Parrying. It's so OP. But in this game, I can't even do it. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, and... hurrah! And go ahead and attack. Yeah. We're pretty much done. So I believe all we need to do now is get rid of it with a spin attack. A quick charge. Now, I'm not going to do the charge itself. I want to see if I can get away with the infinite, or the immediate spin attack. There we go. It worked. So the game doesn't want you necessarily to charge it. It just wants you to perform a spin attack. So you could either do it like that, or you could hold the attack button and charge it like every other Zelda game. But I've done well. These are crucial skills. Yeah, we learned really crucial skills that hopefully I'll use in combat next time and not, you know, use all my fire arrows. Kind of, yeah, I panicked, guys. I'll be honest. But, I guess that's pretty much it. Now we can go ahead and... Oh, wait. Before I even finish the shrine, I have to show this off. So we picked up an item, the weapon that the Guardian was using, which is a Guardian Sword. Now, as you can see... Wait, let me remove my shield first so you can get a better view of it, because the shield's kind of blocking it. So let's remove it. As you can see, it's literally just a handle. That's it. That's the sword. The hilt for it. But... it's like a freaking lightsaber. Like, look at this. Yeah, the technology, like, it makes a blade out of, like, some weird Chica neon light. It's so cool. And the way it lights up every time you, like, take it out, I don't know, it's awesome. And we're gonna find more weapons like this that are Chica tech related. They're all really cool and actually pretty strong, so I'm gonna really like using this weapon in general. Now we can go ahead and, though, re-equip the shield, because I don't see a point in not using a shield just for that. Alright, so one more, and we'll be able to get another heart container, which is cool. But this will do it for this episode with collecting another spirit orb and doing this here. Like I said, I'm not gonna, every single one I'm gonna find, I'm not gonna immediately do it. I'll save some, just kind of open up the shrine itself by activating it. That way I can teleport anytime, and then I'll come back to it a later time. But for now, I just feel like we should get a couple out of the way and before really focusing on the story, but I will get back to the story. Like, when I focus on the story, I'll focus on the story. When I'll focus on shrines, I'll focus on shrines, because they're so different than one another. I feel like it's not the best to mix, even though I've been mixing them in this episode just because they're very short. I feel like it's not that, big of a deal, but yeah. Okay, so Kakariko Village. We're going to be visiting it in the next episode. I hope you guys are excited for that, because I am. Get ready for the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'll see you all then.